everybody.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to Twinset and Purl's Knitting Podcast, episode
38.
Oh, I'm glad you remembered that.
And we are Rachel.
And Joe.
Remember to get that bit done first.
I'm laughing because we're on the sofa.
I know we are.
So,
it's a good job we know each other.
Yeah, we're on location. It's not the closest we've ever We're on location. Anyway, so we're twins. We're Twinset and Purl. We design knitting patterns together, and we knit loads of things, and we like to share it with you guys here on our YouTube channel. So we want to welcome any new viewers and welcome back any returning viewers. We love to hear your comments. So if you've got anything that you liked about the video today, pop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. So, what we're talking about today?
Well, that we are at...
Oh yes, we're on location in Yorkshire.
We're at Simon Shawl for Yorkshire Yarn Fest. This time it's a one-day show because that's all that Sophie could get booked for this venue.
Yeah. So last night we were at a knit night which was hosted by Florence Sperling Design. I think her name is Florence Sperling Studio, and she's got lots of love. She shared all of her, well, not all of her designs, but a lot of her designs with us last night, and talked about the inspiration, how she
her background,
how she'd come to be a knitwear designer. Yeah, it was really interesting,
and to get to see the different yarns that because she's worked in America and she's come back to London now, and she's got a studio and she's working with lots of different yarn providers and things. So yeah, it was really interesting. Yeah. And we went and a knit night with some lovely people whom we've met before. Sorry.
And we met Florence's mum.
Yeah, who lives quite near me. So we were chatting.
Nice.
And then
we're staying in the hotel. It's a beautiful room.
Yeah.
All been very newly built or refurbished or whatever it's been, because I think it was purpose built, this section. But there's a beautiful golf course. The grounds are lovely.
This would make a lovely master bedroom.
Yeah.
With an ensuite.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so that's where we are.
Yeah.
And then in a minute, after we finish recording this, we're going to go to the yarn show, and
so we have to check out in 55 minutes. So we're going to get as much done here, and then we're going to continue.
And also, we thought we did think it was a better idea to film the acquisition bit when we get home, and we can then talk about what we purchased today, as well as what we've purchased since the last
so we're going to get as much done as we can by about 11:15.
Pack up our last bits.
And so what are we going to talk about today? We've got a new pattern release.
Yeah.
We've got some news about the charity that we've picked for our December charity month.
So we'll talk a little bit about that, but we're hoping to do a live on the 1st of December on Instagram to talk a bit more about it.
And then I've got some FO. I've got an FO. You've got some FOs. We've got some whips. So
so it should. And we've got some a knit along that we're doing at the moment.
Oh, we've got some gifts to share. We're going to do that first.
Yeah, let's do that first.
Okay.
So last time we were here for Sophie's open studio, which was not the last one she's had, but the last one we were here for, we met a lovely lady, friend of Lynn Knits or Lynn's Makes or something like that on Instagram, who is a lovely lady, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. She loves the podcast and is a big fan. Anyway, her friend Becky came with her to the open studio. I meant to write down her Instagram, but we will put it in the show notes because I've got it, but we always record on my phone, and so getting anything out. Anyway, I was talking, she's a crocheter, and I was talking about this otter Aragami, is it?
Aragami.
Otter that I'd found that I was never going to crochet because I don't crochet toys. And she said, "Oh, I'll crochet you an otter." And so in the post arrived 2 otters, Coco and Lil. So yes,
And they're wearing pearls.
So it's Twinset and Purl. So we have an otter each.
Oh.
So thank you, Becky.
Yeah.
And they're so lovely.
And the tails are so cute.
I know, and I think these might be the ones we actually take on when we go away. We can photograph them and they can come on all our locations with us. So yeah, so their first outing was to Yorkshire. To Sandburn Hall, yeah. So we put them there. No, they were not going to sit up. Anyway, thank you so much, Becky. They are so adorable. Cute. And I was thrilled when they arrived. And they came in lovely boxes with tissue paper, but it was too much to bring in the bag. So, but yeah, amazing. So we've now got twin otters. Twinset and Purl.
Sorry, did I just get that then?
You might have, but it's fine.
And then
we've got our knit along.
Yes. So we've got the Bridgerton Sock-a-long that started on the 1st of November. There was a free pattern, King George pattern, that came out for everybody, so everybody could join in. We've also got buy one get one free on all of our.
Yeah, so I've got to explain what happened as well.
Oh right, okay.
So the Colin and Penelope socks were released last weekend, and on the previous podcast I said that I would join them. I would add them to the buy one get one free. Well, that went out of my brain, as we all know. Chemo brain. We released them it wasn't while I was in Oslo. It was the day after I got back from Oslo, the morning. So I forgot entirely, and I put a discount, 25% off discount. Thank you very much to everyone who bought them. I then felt like that I couldn't add them to the buy one get one free because it meant that people who just bought them for 25% off could have got 50% off. Although of course you have to spend more money to get 2 patterns. Yeah. So I'm going to add them to and I haven't done that this week because I'm knit again.
Add them to the podcast.
I'm going to add them to the podcast bonus so that people can continue to get 20% off. So that code is bonus20, and it's in our show notes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but thank you to everyone who bought them. Sold quite a few, and they people really like them. Mm. And
so they were at
Flock. You've been to Flock.
I went to Flock. I had a lovely time at Flock.
Yeah. And then yesterday you released
The Power of 3,
for which we are wearing two of them. So I'm wearing Phoebe, which is the texture one. So they're named after the three of the characters from Charmed. Paige is the garter one. And this is knit in a yarn from Bird Street Yarn called Gingerbread Martini, and it's got a sparkle. I think that's what my last sock yarn is for next month. And then Phoebe is the textured one. And Phoebe's knit, this version's knit in Knitting for Olive cotton merino in the colour dark ochre. And I've almost decided I'm going to knit a DK one, haven't I? And then this is Piper. Piper is the lacy one. And Piper is knit in another Bird Street yarn called Ephemera. Yeah. And that went down pretty well yesterday. You're on page... Yeah, we're on page 2 of Hot Right Now. So if you want to... This will go up hopefully when we get back this evening. Yeah, and there's still a day to get the discount. So it's 25% off, and you get all 3 patterns. With the code CHARMED. Yeah, you get all 3 patterns in one pattern. So have a look on our Instagram. Any of the the testers are actually putting their projects on Ravelry, aren't they? Yeah. So you can have a look at that. And see some of the testers versions. And there'll still be time for the code, and then that will go into the podcast bonus as well. So so that's good. And then
so for December, if you start, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So for December,
I was just going to say something first.
The Bridgerton's carrying on.
And just quickly, we were thinking, so if anybody's interested, let us know in the comments below. But Joe's, being another jet setter, is off to Florida for a week. So we won't be podcasting again. We might do a live from Florida. I'll be in England for something. What was that for? Launching something.
That was going to be about our
charity.
I thought that's what we discussed, but never mind.
Oh no, it's launching for our birthday. We're gonna the week before and the week after our birthday. We're gonna up till Christmas. We're gonna have buy one get one free on all our patterns. So we were gonna launch that when you're still in Florida.
Yeah.
But we were wondering if anybody fancied a Zoom not knit night. It won't be a knit night because we don't have a professional Zoom account, so we can only do 45 minutes. But we were just wondering if when we get together for Christmas, we're going to be like together on the 23rd, 24th, not that it'll be Christmas Day or anything, but on the 20th, maybe the Saturday, if in the afternoon, if anyone fancied Zooming with us for 45 minutes, have a chat about stuff. Let us know in the comments below,
and we'll set something up,
even if it's just me and Joe chatting to each other for 45 minutes. that we thought that people might have watched Bridgerton, the new season of Bridgerton by then, and we could talk about that and see what Bridgerton socks people are knitting and things for the sock-a-long. Although that runs till the end of December.
Yeah. So the buy one get one free on the Bridgerton socks is happening till the end of, but it doesn't really matter because for the 2 weeks, the week before and week after, we're going to have buy one get one free on.
And I promise, hand on heart, I will make the ebooks for the Botanical Sock Yarn Sock Club patterns that have been released, because I just finished doing my last design for her for the sock club, and
so you can do the first.
I can see my laptop.
You can do the first 3 halves of the year, of the 2 years. Two.
I will by December,
halves, aren't you?
I was either going to do that. I was going to do 3 socks, like a quarter. So people buy 3 socks, buy 3 get 1 free. So 3 for the price of 2.
Yeah.
So that they didn't have to buy 6 patterns.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Anyway,
but you will be able to do up to.
I can do the whole of 22
and 6 months of 23.
Well, next month. So this month.
For December, you'll be able to do.
Yeah, but it won't be. June. It won't be on the 9th. It'll be 20 or something.
Oh right.
Anyway, I can tomorrow. And up until the end of November, I've still got to publish May's sock, which is the Heaven Sent socks, and I forgot to bring it with me to show you guys. But I will put a picture up on Instagram, and that will come out on Tuesday, and then be discounted.
Should we do Magnolia Heaven at the same time?
We can do. Be discounted until the end of November, and then. Because I forgot to do it last week. Story of my life. Anyway, that's kind of the sock-a-long idea bit. Now we can talk about So for
the rest of December...
For the whole of December.
The whole of December.
We are... All the proceeds... We've picked our charity. And I know... You probably have gathered there's a bit of mutual love between us and the Ruth Loves to Knit podcast, one of our faves. And Ruth, she raises money for a charity called The Lamb in Bangladesh, and she's sent me information. I can put a link in the show notes, but I haven't read it this morning.
And we will talk about it on the 1st of December.
But all the proceeds from our knitting, from the sales of our knitting patterns for the whole of December, will go to the lamb. One of my best friends is from Bangladesh, and was like, his dad came over to England to send money back in the 70s to the family, and he didn't see his dad again until he was 4 years old. And they came over. Anyway, so this charity supports maternity and other things. They've got an emergency care thing now. It's amazing the stuff they've done. But as Ruth said to us, a little goes a long way there. We're all getting emotional. Anyway, so we wanted to support them as our charity.
And of course, we can't do that without people buying our patterns. So we thought we've got a lot of new patterns recently. So if you haven't bought one,
all the patterns apart from our patterns that are already for charity
will be going to.
The money will be going to the lamb.
Right.
Yeah.
And there'll be more of that on the 1st, and we'll try not to be crying.
And I will have notes and everything, so we'll have genned up on it.
Yeah. And often I do my company's match giving, but we need to investigate because it has to be a UK based
it is a UK.
charity.
It's a UK based
charity.
Okay. It's got a registered number and everything.
Oh, right.
UK.
So we should be able to do the match giving as well, up to £500 or
so that's brilliant.
Yes.
Right. So FOs. How many have you got?
One.
Oh, I'll go first. So mine are all things that you've seen, obviously. So I'd nearly finished this hat when I'm not going to put it on my hair because of my hair.
I can put it on if you
want. So I was knitting that in Oslo.
This is called the Twistmas.
The Twistmas.
Twistmas
by Espace Tricot.
And they've got mittens, I noticed.
Yeah. And I think it turned out rather nice. And we like the crown shaping, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
So
right, let's show you the crown
shaping. It's done over only 4 decrease rounds. But yeah, it looks very nice.
It reminds me of a pot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could make a nice plant pot cover, couldn't you? Anyway, I think it's tiny. Next time I knit it, so it's knitted on 4.5. It's a free pattern, so 4.5 and 5mm needles, with a deep. I actually sewed my ends in on the wrong side because I got confused. I didn't sew that end in on the wrong side.
Would you knit it on smaller needles?
Yeah, I would knit it on 4. Yeah. I was trying to say what it was. This is knitted with rowan felted tweed and some mohair.
It's beautiful. The little pops of blue are just
I would knit it on 4s and 4.5s.
Yeah.
And I am going to knit another one because I want a blue one. Yeah. And no, it's lovely and it's so quick.
Is rowan felted tweed
as a DK. So in the pattern, it's fingering held double with mohair.
Ah, right, okay.
So you could. I was actually thinking of doing that with my skein that we talked about of sock yarn with the sparkle that we talked about in Oslo, and some pink mohair.
Oh yeah, that'd be lovely. But you now want a blue one.
I want a blue one.
Okay.
And I might have enough left over from my
You should
sweater
knit
with
it. Oh yeah, but you could also knit it double that Debbie Bliss that I used for my hat.
Yeah, in the pole vault. But I'm thinking that would go with my session. But I'm thinking that I was going to knit 3.
Yeah.
My husband's like, how many hats do you need? He's like, how many days are there in hat season? Put it back in the thing. Anyway, yeah.
Cool.
So, Jo's whip.
My whip is Simon. So the first version of Simon is finished.
I'm going to knit on my sock while you're talking.
Okay. Sorry, I've got a croaky voice now. Don't know why. So this, we've seen this before on the podcast, it's now finished. It's knit in Knitting for Olive Merino in the colours burnt orange, no, blood orange and cloud.
Beautiful.
And it's the same crescent shape that I've been doing all year. And it's all knit stitches, stripes, and you use slip stitches and knit stitches. And it is just really mindless, I would say.
But you put it on top of that one.
Could,
It's
yes.
gorgeous. It looks so. She wore it last night. It looks lovely. And I'm gonna join the test knit next week. Oh, we haven't talked about that.
So this just was knit to go with a cream coat, my cream waterproof coat.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely little pop of colour.
Yeah, and you had photos taken, didn't you, last
I did. I had
weekend at
photos
Flock?
taken at Flock.
So she can wear it now.
Yes. And trying to decide when the test knit will happen, and I'm thinking I'm going to do the test call the weekend I go to Florida.
Yeah.
And then start
Start
it
when
on
you get
the Monday, like after I get back. So I get back on Sunday, and I can send everything out to the testers, the pattern out to the testers on then. And because I've done test knits when I've been away, and it just is such a pain for Rachel.
But also, you want to have a break, don't you?
Yes, and but it's going to be a short test knit. It's going to be a month because we want to release it on Simon's birthday. So that will all be explained in the information when I request the testers.
Yeah, but you have, if you want to knit it, if you don't think you're going to be able to get it done don't apply.
Yeah,
Because
but anyway, it is finished
it's beautiful.
and I love it. Right.
Oh, and I've finished, I cast on a pair of vanilla socks to go to your Oslo, and these are in Fibre Fox. I bought it just before lockdown, I think. It's called When the Party's Over colourway on Sparkle Sock. Ooh, that's good lighting in here for sparkle. So I finished both, but I haven't kitchenered the toe because I'm lazy. So I've knitted two. But this is my usual 2x2 rib, 60 row leg, and a size 6 foot. And I shall love wearing those because they are, and they've got beautiful yarn. It's got these pops of green and purple and navy blue, teal. Yeah, so
Beautiful.
quick little sock
Yeah.
knit. And I'm currently knitting another vanilla sock, which is Sophie we need to go and give to the stand in a minute.
So whips.
Whips. I've got 3.
I've got 4.
You go ahead.
Okay, so I will carry on the Simon theme. This is my second version of Simon, which I think I explained last time. It had to be knit because the colour is beautiful.
And you need to tell them about the bag.
Yeah, and I needed to just test the numbers again. So this is Simon, and he looks totally different, doesn't he, in mohair? So this one's knit in mohair and knitting for olive merino, and the colours bottle green and some number that I can't remember.
There's a Kremeke
soul wool mohair, although they now have a knitting for olive on that colour in the shop.
How annoying.
Yeah. And I'm keeping it in my little grey girl small, like slightly bigger than the sock size, but I was like, that just goes, it's perfect colours for that,
Beautifully.
that thing. And I've knit the first 3 sections, and I'm on the straight bit across the middle. This yarn is going so far. That's the first ball of the green and the second ball of mohair.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. You have to be a little bit more careful, obviously, when you're holding mohair double, that you catch both strands.
Yeah.
But as you're going back, it's easy to, because it's only garter stitch.
Yeah.
So it's easy to catch.
Easy to tell.
Easy to tell and easy to work it back. but I'm absolutely loving it. Something about a stripy I-cord.
Doing it for you at the moment.
Something for
And
my
you
heart.
made your
my progress keeper. So this is actually I've added two. I've put two together, but this was a little progress keeper that I made, and I made one for my friend Lizzie and Sally who came to flock with me.
And me.
I made one for you, but this wasn't the same.
Right. And mine goes amazingly well with my sock.
So yours is a bit more OTT.
Yeah, I've got three pearls on mine.
Yeah, I made these because it was their first flock, so they got one each for that. And I've actually made us each progress keeper like that one, and I've made one that's going to be a giveaway for
the Sock-a-long,
our birthday.
Oh right.
Our birthday giveaway.
So the birthday giveaway, are we?
When we do the birthday podcast.
Oh right.
We're going to podcast on our birthday, aren't we?
I don't know. Depends what timing it's on.
Anyway, around sometime we'll be giving this stitch marker away.
Oh yeah, I thought I would like that, but stupidly could have done this before. So, I am knitting.
Do you want to talk about the yarn while I do that?
I'm knitting. These are my Bird Street socks for November, and I'm knitting them in Mistletoe Kisses, which is this lovely variegated speckled piece. And for the Sock-a-long, I'm knitting the Queen Charlotte socks because a friend had my other pair when they were given a choice of a present. They picked, and it was in one of my favourite. It was in Empress Grey.
Good, wasn't it?
But yeah, this is such a big pattern that it really shows up on all sorts of yarn. So if you just hold it up the other side, it's a bit more of it looks like an argyle, doesn't it? And I'm this much down the leg of the second one. So they're going to be my priority to get finished before the end of the month. Because
you've got next week then to do that.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's December next Friday. That's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, so that they will get finished because it's I've only got I could get them finished in a day if I try.
My next two whips I'm not going to talk about very much because you've seen them all before, and it's just to show you that whips are allowed in the Bridgerton Sock-a-long.
And you have actually.
I have worked on them. I've added 4 repeats to my Christmas at Bridgerton. I've now done 7 repeats, and I've got to do 10 for the leg. So this is a lovely pattern. It's got this lacy pattern on the front, and then there's 1 repeat on the back, and this is Bird Street yarn.
This really is a small size.
Bird Street yarn in the colourway Waking Up Early on Sparkle, and it's lovely because it's got a little burst of colour, so it's quite fun to knit.
It's your second one, isn't it?
That's my second one, yeah, and then I'll share this one because it's in the same theme. And then this is my Anthony, which could you get 2 different yarns? And I'm knitting Anthony out of Filcolana Arvetta. I can't remember the number, but we can find out that
He's been going for a long time.
He's been going for a long time. He's moved from a small circular back to flexi flips because the small circular is in my head in. And I've done half a repeat of Anthony.
But you'll get more done now. He's on the
I'll get more done now. He's on the needle I like.
And that's your second one.
This is my second one. So I have got.
Oh, I might knit an Anthony. I keep changing my mind on what my next one's going to be. I'm like for December, but I keep. Oh, you might be nice in gingerbread martini.
Oh, you'd be lovely in gingerbread martini.
Ooh, I'm going to do Anthony. There it is decided.
So that's my two of my other whips. And I'm gonna do your 30 minutes a day.
Good.
And get those done.
Brilliant.
Oh, and they're in one of my new acquisitions. I can show it you now. This is the Clutch by Petite Knit.
2 socks in there. Have you got the first sock? You haven't got the...
No, I haven't got the actual socks in there. That's finished. But this is in a seersucker. I think it's called Blush Seersucker.
It's lovely.
And I love it. It's really cute.
Yeah.
So that was a little trip to No Frills Knitting in my LYS, and I couldn't resist. I also bought some yarn, which I'll show you later on.
Yeah. So, sorry. I have been working on, I've only got 3 whips at the moment.
Who even are you?
I know, I've not cast on anything new. I want to, but
You're making yourself
I'm
finish.
making myself finish these things before so I've got 1 sweater,
I think that's quite a good practice for the end of the year.
Yeah. Got 1 sweater, 1 shawl.
And then on, like, you have a birthday cast on.
Yeah, and a Christmas cast on. So I could get a pair of vanilla socks done in.
You get a pair of Anthony's done in a week between birthday and Christmas.
That's Bird Street, and I was going to cast on Christmas at Barbie for my birthday cast on.
Oh right,
and then
I've already got plans.
So I didn't
appreciate.
I didn't take the back to Oslo, but I can show you that I finished the back of my. So the shoulders stitches are on hold. That's all right. So that's my P-side T back, and I've done 9 stripes of the front.
Wow.
So hopefully I can get this finished this week as well. Like I said, I think in Oslo I have made some mistakes, but since they're back there, I've been fine. So if you're looking at me this bit, you're too close. So yeah, and I've got that much left of my 4th ball, so I'm definitely going to get the stripes done, and then I've got another ball for the neck band and the cut and the sleeve, the armholes.
How much sleeve do you do?
You do a bit of
it's
a bit of 2x2 rib, I think.
Oh right, so it's like
It's
that
only
long.
it's about
A couple of inches.
Yeah, if that.
Nice.
And then I'll have enough left over, I think, to do a hat, because I didn't use a whole ball.
Yeah.
And the colourways have been before, but so we'll put those in the thing. But I think this is called Seafarer, and this lovely camel colour.
Reminds me of a brick.
Yeah, so I've been doing a bit of that every day.
Cool.
And I've got my long.
How long does it take to do a section?
Probably an hour. So 12 rows.
Oh, so you haven't got that much. You've got like half a day left on this, and then the finishings, fixings. So I'll put that one back in for. And that's now living in my pamper bucket because it's too annoying putting it away into the project bag. So you knit on that in the car, didn't you, on the way
I
out?
did 1 row on the way out.
I was going to say, because you bought like so many bags with you, and I was like, why is she bringing that pamper bucket?
And that's the one thing I knitted on, did 1 row, and I was sleeping most of the way, to be honest.
Oh, it was such fun. I listened to The Last Devil to Die, which is the new Richard Osman book.
Thursday Murder Club book.
Yeah, on the way up. And so it didn't matter whether Rachel was awake or not.
I've heard it before. So.
Yeah. So is it me now?
Yeah.
So I am knitting.
Sorry, everybody. We are very.
I'm knitting another
very
hat.
large, and we're very.
I'm knitting another hat. Oh, kick the thing.
Sorry, everybody.
So I bought a ball of Lang cashmere, and it's got a name, and I can't remember what the name of it is.
You haven't got the thing.
I haven't got the thing. I've already knit a hat in it, and I didn't like it, so I unpicked it. And I'm knitting another hat because I really want a cream cashmere hat.
Yeah.
Desperately. So this is what I've got left.
Oh, such a fun podcast, isn't it? This.
So this is how much yarn I've got left. I'm just on the crown decreases, and I just made it up. I cast on 140 stitches, did just over an inch of 1x1 rib, and then I started this kind of garter or reverse stocking stitch bump. So it's two purl rows and one knit row, and now I'm doing the crown decreases in the knit row.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm really liking it,
Yeah.
and it's just going to be, you know, something I want something to be able to wear under my hood of my coat.
Yeah, so close fitting.
And I almost did something in those colours, and I thought, do I want a hat
To match.
to match? I think it's too much.
And also that'll go with loads of things then, won't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's living
And
in
it's
that
so
lovely little
soft.
bag. I know, it's gorgeous. I bought some 4-ply cashmere in
Oh, in Oslo.
yeah, which we haven't
brought with you.
brought with. I forgot to bring it to show, but then we're going home, so it's
And we've
fine.
got 10 minutes
Right,
left.
so I've got one whip and you've got one whip.
No, I've done all mine.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you had 2 socks together. Show them the bag.
Oh,
It's a very cute bag.
is it from Butternut?
Yeah,
Handmade.
from Cheetah.
Um,
Who we love.
yeah, it's a really cute little bag. Oh, it does have a name in it. Butternut Handmade. Yeah, perfect for a hat actually.
Yeah, it is. And that like squishes down your bag,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Oh, and then left my cable needle. Right, and I've got one. So I, instead of casting on a Phoebe or whatever I was going to do, I
Oh, yeah.
got my Cecil out of hibernation and I'm loving him. So I have to admit, I was not enjoying him too much when I started, and I put it on hold. I think maybe I was just doing too many other things at once.
Also, it was summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, so, and I was going to go up a needle, and I've just left it. I love it how it is. And I'm nearly at the end of chart 2 now. So I've done that much. My first splodge of blue, and quite a lot of my first splodge of brown, and I've literally done 2 rows of my third mohair, which is this one. So those are both drops. Kid silk. That must be, I think that one, it's light, it's like, not light beige, but
It's like a latte, isn't it?
yeah. And then I'm using Flora in the white, I think it's called white, oh god, all sorts in here. White fog, I think it's called. It's a new,
Oh, that's lovely.
it's a new colour. It's very, ever so slightly beigey.
Mm.
Oh, excuse me.
It's like a warm, it's like a non-yellow cream.
Yeah. And that's my other mohair, my pop.
Oh,
of
that's
mohair.
lovely. Who's that by?
That is She's Electric by the Wool Kitchen, which I did my pops in
Oh,
on
yes.
my fizzy pop I knitted for them.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, so he is gorgeous. That's my Cecil.
We know
And-
Cecil's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Everybody
and
loves
Cecil,
him. I'm going to sneeze.
after I finish my... Bless you. Me too. I'm going to finish, he's going to be my priority knitting after I finish the Quayside tee.
Yeah, because you want him.
I want him. And it's, honestly, I sit and I do 30 rows and it doesn't take very long at all.
No.
Because but I was really struggling with it in the middle, so if you, in the beginning. So if you're starting a Cecil,
Keep going.
keep going because he's lovely.
You do have to kind of get your yarn management.
Yeah, I untwizzle after every 2 rows.
Mm.
So mine is, apart from my more bougie pop,
And if
mine's
you're thinking
drops,
about
so it's-
knitting one, go and have a look at some of the
Oh,
projects
yeah,
that
they're
are on
amazing.
Ravelry. They are beautiful, or even on Instagram. They're beautiful. There's some beautiful
because I would
ones.
also, I've got a fade of minis from Botanical Yarn, and I would like to do another one with more splotches.
Mohair minis.
Yeah,
Oh right.
and mine's living in a butternut handmade bag, which is perfect for this project.
Mm.
I've shown it before, but we love these kind of animals that are. Who doesn't love a floral bear? So yeah, love that bag.
So that's
Cool.
cool.
So I'm not knitting it. I'm not casting on another sweater for this
No,
year.
well, I've done about 6 rows on my olive well, I can't remember where I got to on the last podcast that I talked about it in,
Right.
but I have joined for the sleeve. I've joined for the body all together, and I have knit about 15 rows after the body. But obviously now I've got a lot of stitches.
Yeah, so it's slower,
and you are
going.
knitting and purling because it's knit flat. And I love it, but a few other things have been taking priority.
Yeah.
So I will bring it to the next podcast.
Very good.
Right, shall we leave it there
Yeah.
and join in for the...
We'll be back.
We'll be back for in Didcot to show you acquisitions, despite the fact that we lug them all here.
Yeah, and it will be this evening because we're not. So the lighting, we'll have the lights on. We'll show you yarn and stuff.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks everybody,
Really?
and we'll see you
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi everybody, we're back. Rachel's troughing a chocolate biscuit.
And it's nearly 9 o'clock. Well, 20 to 9.
We got back at 10 to 8, 5 to 8. We left Yorkshire at about 3:30.
Sorry.
It takes a bit longer on a Sunday to drive back than it takes to drive there on a Saturday morning.
But if you could see the amount of yarn in front of us,
Yeah.
you realise that we've got to do this today.
So sorry, I'm just rearranging page.
So we are going to go quite quickly.
Yeah. If you've got any questions, please feel free to comment below or message us on any of the ways of contacting us that are in the details below. It seems like a lot, but we've had 4 or 5 different yarn adventures that make up all of this.
And if acquisitions aren't your thing,
this is the bit when you should not.
We're not going to talk about. We've got a couple of things we were going to quickly mention. We forgot to mention.
Yeah, let's do that first then.
So you met.
When I was at Flock last weekend, I met a lovely young lady called Anne, I think. Anna. She has opened an online yarn store, and it's called Woolan. And she's building up her different yarn that she's stocking. She's got some Malabrigo at the moment, and lots of different notions and tools. So we'll pop her details in the information below, and
give her a follow on Instagram.
Yeah, give her a follow on Instagram. Check her out on her shop. We like to support somebody who, she's obviously loves wool so much that she's started a business. So we think that's great.
She's local too.
Yeah, she's been to. I've met her at Flock a couple of times, and
I will be quick eating this biscuit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. What was the other thing?
Lonely socks. We've had quite a few more
Lonely socks.
I just want to say thank you. I'm going to try my hardest this week to sort out where they're going to go so that maybe people can have on my Christmas. So.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Right. So on to the acquisitions. We're going to go quite quick. So we went to Cheltenham after not the last podcast, but the podcast before. We podcast in the morning, and then we went to have lunch with our friend Fiona in Cheltenham, and there's a new-ish yarn shop in Cheltenham that's run by a lady called Vicky Brown, called String, and I bought some of her yarn, you bought some of her yarn, plus some other little...
And Jo very kindly has wound mine for me, so... I bought yarn I've now got about 4 variations I can knit for Simon.
Yeah.
But these are 2 50-gram skeins of Yorkshire 4-ply. I can't remember the colourway, it's inside, but we will put stuff. No, we won't actually put
That much detail, but
in
if you really want to know the colourway.
And then I got 2 skeins of her Mohair, which ever so slightly different. It's the same colourway, but of course it's hand dyed, so it's...
It's not the same colourway.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
But I'm going to hold them double, so together they will...
And one, they're very subtly coloured. One is slightly bluer than the other one. And I think you're going to hold
artificial
together,
light.
so they're...
it won't make any difference. They'll look, well, they look lovely, won't it?
Yeah, with that blue main yarn.
Yeah, so that's what I got at String.
And I bought a whole load of minis to go in my... Well, these ones will be going in my northeasterly. So there's a pinky one. Don't have a lot of pink. So a pinky one, and then white, the natural with some more sort of muted-y tones, and a bit of a brighter one, and then two minis of Mohair, which I don't know what I'm going to do with those, but I really particularly like this one. So yeah, so that's going to be... And then I also bought a book called Moosh and Friends, which is
it's a liner.
It's a liner publication, and it's soft toys with clothes for them. But I couldn't find it to bring it, so apologies. But I'm sure you can Google it, look it up on Ravelry. Moosh is a bear, I think. And then there's all sorts of animals, a donkey, duck, all sorts.
There's a pig, isn't there? A donkey.
Yeah. Yeah, and the clothes and everything are just so cute.
Yeah.
So
and you enjoyed knitting the...
I really enjoyed knitting the rabbit I knit, so I thought I'd give that a go at some point, but when that will be, I do not know.
Yeah. So... Then
the next day we went to Oxford Yarn Store.
Yeah, Bird Street Yarn had the pop-up at Oxford Yarn Store, and I'll go first, like, again. So I bought 2 skeins of the Merino yak sock yarn from Bird Street. This is in the colourway Brando, and I'm going to knit a fizzy pop. Can't decide if I'm going to do a cowl or I think I might do a cowl actually, because
you wanted to knit the shawl because you wanted to do more pops.
But then I wore my cowl this weekend. I loved it. So, and then I bought this skein of mohair to do my pops with. So lighter on the dark. And this is what the glass is.
Colour 57.
So that is Isaiah. So that's one thing. And then I bought this ball of alpaca 1 because we've decided that I'm going to do pink tassels on a place of peace shawl, and you use the what should be mohair in the pattern to do that, and I've done mine in alpaca 1. So I bought just to make sure that I thought I had one at home, but I wasn't 100% sure. And then I got 2 skeins. So Jo very kindly has wound all this yarn for me. Got 2 skeins of, did I get Tiffany? Not Spinny, no, the other one.
And it's
from
the
Isaiah.
Same colour, but one's dyed on the grey natural base and one's on the white.
Yeah, so you can probably very easily take out the label of that actually. Yeah, Tiffany. Is it focus? Yeah, and it's colour
61.
61 again.
61F.
Yeah. So that is going to be a Maggie, isn't it? So I'm going to hold them. I'm going to stripe them for a Maggie shawl. Very subtle.
Yes.
And what did you get?
I got 100 grams of this spinny in this really amazing, it looks bluer on the, it's like a purpley blue, and it's shade 25,
And it's
600 metres for 100 grams.
And as we know, Jo is not a blue, normally a blue person.
But I really like that colour. And I'm just going to knit a Cecil shape with that.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. And then I got quite a lot of Bird Street yarn. I've got 2 skeins of their Christmas yarn. I'm going to be,
That wasn't, you didn't get that, you got that at the yarn store?
yeah. Christmas 1974 is this colourway. And it's like a spruce green with,
And it's got stellina.
and it's going to be a micro stripe, and it's a stellina. So that might be my Christmas cast on. And then
she's finished her Bridgerton.
this is I'm the Gingerbread Man, and I got this because I was watching Dana from Tales from Cuckoo Land. No, it wasn't. She did a podcast, and she was wearing a pair of vanilla socks
And the
in
micro
this
stripe
yarn,
looks so good,
and I
doesn't it?
loved it, so I had to get some. So who knows whether that will be knit, but it's lovely. And then I also got some of the yak. They're all named after movie stars, aren't they? So I've got this lovely purple called the KAL. And then I couldn't decide between these two, so I got both of them. Hepburn, which is like
you might not be able to see the difference in this light.
This is definitely lighter, and this is more variegated.
It's DiMaggio.
And that's DiMaggio.
Lovely.
And it's, that's got like a bit of the more tonals coming through.
Yeah.
But
What were you going to do?
one was going to be a pair of socks, and then that was going to be another Simon. I think. But we'll see how we get on with Simon. We're already going to have 2 Simons.
And then did you get those? Sea glass?
No, that's flock.
Right. So then I stayed in Oslo, as we know, for a few more days and visited a couple of yarn stores again. Well, actually, this I purchased on the last day, but this is the same, from the same shop as the other project bag. The first one we visited.
So if you watch the last episode, you see what we bought in.
Yeah, but this is a different brand actually. This is Me, Myself and I. But it's lovely. It's made out of sari material, and I bought 2 balls of Cardiff cashmere, which sounds a bit ridiculous because
Is it actually made in Cardiff?
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's, but I got this lovely green,
British, though, isn't it?
lovely green colour, to knit a pair of hand warmers. Plan, isn't it?
You're going to need 2 for that.
I don't know, Jo. I've got 2 because just in case.
Oh, right.
I want like really long.
Ah, right, okay.
Good
You
cut
definitely
ones.
need 2 if you want a long one.
So, and then this lovely little, in that lovely project bag. And then I found this yarn store all on my own. I went on the tram and it was right there. So, excuse the crinkling, but I got, and you're going to laugh because I got some drops. But
Was that the one I wanted to go to?
I think so, but it was, so I got these, this is going to be my first Simon, 100%. So I got 4 of those, and they were on sale, so it wasn't can't see the colourway.
Colourway 20.
And that's going to go with this, which is Sanders Garn Sunday, 100% merino. Same meterage as Knitting for Olive. And I got 2 of those. And then I bought, my excuse for getting this is that when you look at it on,
It's not the same meterage.
isn't it?
No. 235.
Oh right, well not too bad. Enough for a Simon. Anyway.
Enough for a Simon.
is that you can't, when you look at it on the website, you can't actually see it, touch it, and really see it. So these two are a gift for a friend who I'm seeing on Tuesday, and that's colour 918.
Yeah.
So it's just like this ombre teal stripe kind of thing going on there.
Nice.
And then I got these two, which I think are going to be my stepmom's sock. The yarn I give, I'm making her for her birthday a sock knitting, like beginner's sock knitting kit. So circular needle and some DPNs and some yarn. So those are going to be for Fran. And these, I think these are a long, they're classed as a long. I don't think she's ever up to date with us though.
Right, okay. I was gonna say, oh, it's not too long to her birthday.
And that's colour
650.
Right. So yeah, that's what I got.
But I'll put all that back in there.
I mean, I may change my mind about it. I might give her one board. Big board, $100 or something.
Are they 100-gram balls?
No, they're 50-gram balls.
Right.
So moving then on swiftly on to flock.
Yeah, so
I didn't go.
you didn't go, and we weren't going to get any yarn. And then I FaceTimed Rach so that she could say hello to a few people. And she was like, oh, take me to look at their yarn, take me to look at their yarn. And you ended up picking those two.
So I got decorations bought at Tiffany's on Sparkle, which you can't see, but it's beautiful. And that may not be this Christmas, next Christmas, or in January maybe. And then I got a skein of Glass House, which I've always wanted a skein of. Lovely. You can.
That'll be a nice spring
Yeah.
pair of socks.
Yeah. That's lovely. Got lovely speckles.
Because just because you're not designing socks anymore, doesn't mean you're not going to knit socks.
No, I'm still going to be knitting socks.
And then, because she was getting two, I had to get two. And then, yeah. So this is sea glass in the alpaca cashmere silk.
Very nice yarn.
And I don't know 100%, but that might be what I knit my version of the new design that I'm
Yeah.
doing in.
Yeah, that'd be
So I'm
lovely.
designing a cable shawl with some yarn from Wool Decanted.
And obviously they get the
They'll
sample.
be keeping the sample, so I'm going to knit myself a version, and I think it's going to be in that.
Very nice.
But we'll see what happens and when that actually gets done and whatever. And then this week I had a little trip to, well, I showed you my
Oh yeah, your
petite knit clutch that I got from No Frills, and I've been loving the Knitting for Olive Merino, and I thought I'm going to knit some hats. So I bought 3 colours. This colour is called Dusty Aqua, and it's like a grey teal, grey duck, like a dark duck egg. This one is called Deep Petroleum Blue.
I love that one.
And it's gorgeous.
It is. Yeah.
And then this one, because it went with the bag, Camel Rose. And that's like a clay kind of colour, like a terracotta, like a pale terracotta.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, so those are going to be, I've been knitting hats, and I want to knit a 1x1 rib beanie. I didn't have enough in the yarn that I was knitting for the
my hat
cashmere.
there?
That's your hat. That all came out of the bag.
I know,
so
I know.
nothing else in it. But this, because it's 250 metres in 50 grams, will be plenty.
For your little head as well.
So I'm, that's what I'm, well, I've got socks to finish, but once the socks are finished, that'll be my, and then we've got today's
Extravaganza.
So we got some bargains.
Yeah.
We weren't going to buy any yarn. ourselves. We were going to have one.
We decided that we wanted to go to Mothie and the Squid and get one skein of yarn each. Yeah, and we got this lovely little. Which one did you get? You got a drink one.
I got a little.
I got an alpaca.
I don't know. Is it dragon fruit?
It might be.
Is that dragon fruit?
Yeah, it might be.
So I got like a little.
I got an alpaca
Mason jar with a straw.
And then
last time we went, which was in March, I got that one with slices of apple, and that to me looks like dragon fruit.
And we got a skein each. I got Christmas. Did you get Christmas as well?
I got
no, yours isn't.
No, mine is horse chestnut,
and mine's poinsettia on sparkle. So quite a dark. And that's probably going to be my Christmas cast on, or I might just knit a vanilla quick. And then we got a free mini skein for when you bought.
You had the mini skein to match yours because you're definitely going to be knitting socks.
Yeah, so I got the red. It's the same red as one bit of the red in it, and the other bit she said she'd added black too. So yeah. So that was what we the only thing we were going to get. And then we saw, the next was this, I went and got, we were looking at Lucy Lockett Land, and she has a bookshelf collection, and this is Wuthering Heights, and it's just like a murky, which is going to be socks as well. It's BFL nylon, so yeah, so that's lovely.
Well, you were knitting the sample sock.
Oh yeah, I sat.
You sat and finished the toe.
So I knitted the sample sock. Yeah, I finished it at midday. So from 4 p.m. the night before, I knitted a sock.
So you were doing that. So I
you
had
got
a look around, and I found this skein from Snuggly Stars Yarns.
It's beautiful.
Dusty Demelva, it's called. But I really want to knit a pair of socks in that. I just like the sort of contrast of pink with.
You could have some vanillas, couldn't you?
Yeah, pink with the black.
Have you got enough?
I need to finish the 2 socks that I'm doing, and then I'll be fine. And then I also, got these. So these were from Green and Glass, and it's a little yarn ball holder. So you put.
They're the same, are they?
Yeah. You put. It comes with a base, and you put this bit up through there, and then you put your ball of yarn on, and you put that onto
there, and then the holder onto that.
Yeah.
The wrist strap.
Yeah. And then the wrist strap. Oh, that going in there like that. And then you can walk along with your ball of yarn. Oh, that was really
And they were the last two.
They were the last two, so I was like, oh, I'll have those two then. For me and my sister.
Yeah.
You got something else from here?
I did. I bought this lovely, because who haven't got enough tape measures. This is alpaca with yarn and things on his, and it says yarn rules on the back. And I got a badge that says knitter. My eyesight, my close up is like this. So I got that yarn, and I got 2 stickers to go on my next year's project book.
Cool.
It says there's no such thing as too much yarn.
Keep telling your husband that.
And getting through the day 1 stitch at a time. That was the green and glass haul.
And then we went down into the some of it was in the sorts hall anyway, wasn't it? But that's where the Mothie and the Squid were. And then we came to Emma Fold, is it called?
Yeah.
And she had lots of yarn on on offer.
Yeah.
I think it was sort of 1 or 2 skeins left of a colourway or whatever, and I got these 2, which are different dye lots. But I'm just going to stripe them, and I'm going to knit a double knit piper with them. It's called Buttermere, the colourway, and it's from the Fibre Co. Cumbria, and it's worsted weight. And it was very discounted. But I think it's going to make a beautiful shawl. So
I can't believe where that's made.
made in Italy.
Yeah, it's Italian. And I got this skein of mohair with silk.
Oh, this is Masham wool,
Oh, Kids
Merino
Surrey, actually.
mohair.
This is Kids Surrey.
But it's still
420 metres per 50 grams. So, but I couldn't resist it. For some reason, the pink and the green and the teal, that's going to be something. When I find its friend, probably.
yeah.
And then I bought these 2 bags from the Woolly Tangle, and so that these were end of bits.
Like
Yeah,
scraps.
so that's like a notion. Might manage to hold a sock if we're lucky. So one side's blues and the other side is pinks and brighter colours. And they were £3 a notion pouch.
Oh, I also got those from Emma Folds.
Oh right.
The small colourful stitch markers from Cocoa Knits. Just really like those.
And then I got this little sock kind of pouch from the same.
And why did you pick that one?
Because I picked it out and said, Joe, this is your kind of thing. And I thought, I'm going to buy it.
Then decided you were going to
Buy
have
it. But
I don't want it.
don't you want it?
Well, I do want it, but if you wanted it, you should have it.
No, but made me feel guilty
I
again.
just thought it was funny.
And should we do unwrapped?
Yeah. And there was a lovely lady who was there who I'm going to order from her website. She was a silver jewellery maker, and she used a lot of vintage buttons, how you would use a semi-precious stone. So she set them in rings and things. And we had a long, because I love buttons, I've got a big thing about buttons. So we had a long conversation. She was also called Joanna. But we don't meet. Yeah, Joanna Wakefield Jewellery. I don't meet Joanna's very often. So we're having a lovely chat. Anyway, I'm going to order something off her website because I wanted a slightly longer chain, and she needs to make it.
What's in that bubble wrap?
And oh yeah, and I'm going to look through because when my auntie passed away, I got her button box, and I'm going to have a look through. And see
Most
if
of them are
there's
from our granny.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a look through for some vintage buttons. So this is a candlestick holder.
Or candle.
Candle holder with a candlestick. Is it then?
I don't know.
Crackle with crackle glaze on it, and it was made by Lucy Lockett's daughter, Isla. And I've been looking for something to put a small. I want to get some short, slightly wider candles, and I just really like it.
Yeah.
Isla. I like the crackly. Anyway, yeah. So she was there next to Lucy Lockett. And then unwrapped.
Yeah.
Just be careful with this apparently because it's not good if we've got a pacemaker.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use it as a fridge magnet.
You got that? Oh, I got the stitch marker of that.
Yeah. There's a little house, little gingerbread house. Oh, we've got itchy eye. Yeah. So this is actually a needle keeper. Yeah.
And I got this Christmas tree stitch marker.
Oh, I got a robin. I was chatting to Claire, who makes the things. And I saw a robin this morning when I went out to the car,
Oh,
and I was like, she's like, oh, I've got robins. So
oh you got one. You got that as well.
I bought that, yeah.
This is it says favourite mug, hot tea, open fire, cosy sweater, tree lights lit, comfy chair, knitting and silence. But she spelt favourite the American way, not the British way. And then I got this one that says shit, I've dropped a stitch. To go with my, hold that very long. To go with my knit night every night line from last Yorkshire Yarn Fest.
And then I got this from, I think she made those as well, didn't she?
Yeah, I had one as well.
From
Oh
Yorkshire.
no, I had a sheet.
It says, I attended YYF 2023. It's a little stitch gauge measure.
And then I got a little needle gauge sheep.
And then yarn and my bag.
Yes.
Yarn and your bag. So I got a few things out of Sophie's bargain bin. It's more double knitting. This is superwash merino and cotton, 50%. On its colourway geranium pink splash, and it's not as bright as the geranium comes out on 100% merino. And I'm guessing that's why it ended up in the bargain bin. But I really like that, and I'm going to knit I don't know, hat and mittens or a shawl with that.
And these are I got from the bargain bin, a baby Surrey alpaca. Oh, sorry.
I got a mohair lace in pink.
And a DK, and these are both in, is it Crespida? No. And that's going to be my next Twistmas hat. So DK and Surrey, but not mohair, but very nice.
Oh, could I knit a twist and
That would look lovely because you'd have mine's going to be solid, like a solid. But you'd have definitely.
And then I picked up a set of minis, which is going to be a Maggie. With a natural. At Yarndale, I bought some natural undyed, and I also have a skein of undyed yak, which is like a more browny colour. So I'm not sure, but it'll be a natural with those, and I'm just going to fade across,
lovely.
work out how many rows in total, and then just do like,
5.
or whatever.
And that was also from the bargain bin. That's mini egg on baby Surrey alpaca. And then I got 2 non-superwash. One of a kind.
Non-superwash yarn
is beautiful. Yeah, and that's Alchemilla Mollis, which is one of their classics. So,
you getting them together?
No. But they're going to join my collection of non-superwash. I've got grey and blue.
To knit stripes.
I might knit stripes, yeah.
I'd knit a Material Girl
with stripes. I'm going to see. But
I don't like the raglan with
no,
stripes.
I like a circular yoke. Oh, stripes. I'm going to knit Andrew Mary's pattern. Stripes pattern.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I bought it. I've got about 5 or 6 colours, different colours. Non-superwash.
Nice.
It's a sport weight pattern, but I reckon I can get a gauge with that.
I reckon you can get gauge too.
So, because we were talking this weekend, and I was saying that I'm not really going to cast on too many more sweaters. But that one I've always, and I've also got that Regia yak, merino yak to knit one. So maybe I'll get 2 stripes, and I love a stripe. So, and then I got let's just wrap this up
my
with.
other things. I bought some
I got some
Needle
gingerbread
stoppers,
houses, needle stoppers.
I got some needle stoppers from
Hold things
Cool
up,
Woolings,
Hold things up,
but
a
they're
bit
not.
longer.
I don't know where they've gone.
And then I got the YYF project bag in the roll top one. So that was the fabric that Sophie then dyed the sock set, inspired the sock set that I knitted the sock on. So yeah, so I've got that. And I had a very special delivery, which I've been waiting for quite a while. Sophie does. She's a wholesaler for Thread and Maple, who are based in Canada, and she was doing an order and asked me if I wanted anything. And I had seen this bag on another UK website, and I was like, oh, I may as well order it through Sophie. And it's called the Boundless Tote. It's huge.
It's huge. So it's got these lovely wide shoulder straps, so that you can definitely get it over your shoulder.
That unzip.
And then it's got it unzips. I don't know why you would want it to do that actually, but
So is it a project bag?
it's a project bag, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it, but I really wanted it for carrying my laptop to work in the summer, because I was saying to Fiona, I have a backpack that I use in the winter, but in the summer it's too hot.
Yeah.
So I wanted something, and I've been using my Hohi Delta bag, and I could feel the straps stretching,
Right.
and I didn't want to ruin it, so I thought that would be
A bit more sturdy.
a bit more sturdy,
It's beautiful.
and it's beautiful. And everybody's very jealous. Everybody who's seen it is like, oh, I want one of those. What? And you can pop that together so it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's really perfect. And I'm also liking this. The bag that it came in. That'll be storing all of that yarn. Ready to go home. And then the very last thing, which I'm not going to do a review of these now, but I don't know if you've seen on Instagram or heard on the grapevine, but Pom Pom magazine is going to be no more. So there's they've got a heavily discounted issues on their website, and then you can pre-order
The
last issue. This is the most recent issue. I haven't really had a chance to look through it that much, but I ordered this one and in a bundle with the next one, which was a pre-order. And then this one I'd seen because I watch Candice English's podcast, Chats with the Farmer's Daughter, and she edited this one, and there's at least 2 items that I want to knit from there. So I'll be having a nice look at this. And then this is one of the Pom Pom books, Embody by Jacqueline Cieslak. And I had been looking at this, which I'm not a sewist, so I'm not sure I'll be making any of the clothes, but she's got patterns for some really lovely basic cardigans, and obviously her sort of vibe and instruction and what's the thing that her USP, unique selling point within the knitting community is to get it to fit your body. So bust darts, changing the size of your bicep on a cardigan, and we've all been there where you've knit something that fits your chest and then you can't get your arms in size and that sort of thing. And I really liked these sort of simple cardigans and things. So I chucked that in my cart as well. And you get PDFs of all the patterns to get printed out and things like that. So yeah, it's really really cool. Yeah. So yeah, go and have a look at the Pom Pom website. I subscribed for a year last year, and then didn't. But went back and bought that one.
Yeah.
So this is the one I want to knit. One on the front, with the fringe.
So we know that we've run through all that very quickly, but yeah, if you pause and write down things you're
So we'll be
interested in.
popping in the different brands in the show notes with their link,
either their
Instagram or website if they don't have an Instagram, and then everything else. Yeah, as we say, just ask us a question, send us an email, send us a DM, message us on Ravelry.
We'll try and get back to you.
We'll try and get back to you.
I'm so tired I can hardly finish a sentence.
Okay. Rachel was very good. She didn't sleep at all in the car.
I kept her going because it got dark pretty quick after we left, so there was no knitting done.
And we finished our book, which is great. We laughed.
We had a cup of tea and a mince pie, our one stop, and yeah, back home now to chill for a bit. So thanks for watching.
Yeah,
getting this far. And yeah,
we'll be live.
Oh, we're going to go live
the end of the week.
Yeah, Friday, and then the week after about our birthday sale. And then we'll be back together on the Sunday for day before our birthday.
And then Christmas. And if you fancy joining in a Zoom,
let us know.
Let us know
in the comments.
It will probably be the 23rd. And
we'll try and, we don't even care if it's just one person.
She's probably really busy.
Or Maggie.
She's really busy around Christmas, I imagine, with churchy stuff.
And yeah, we'll be back in a few weeks' time.
Hopefully with some finished Bridgerton socks.
Well, I'll have finished some.
Maybe with one. I'll finish one of the two.
Yeah.
At least.
Cool. Thank you so much for doing all the driving this weekend.
That's okay. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't have it any other way. Right. Well. How many times can you say goodbye?
Turn it off.